Like that Whitey Ford theory, he was a wholesale pitcher. 3 pitches for 3 outs, not 3 pitches for 1 out. You can have the strikeouts. Concepcion, big hop. 1 out.
It is always a relief to get the first ball of any big game hit to you. You don't want to wait 5 or 6 innings in a pressure-packed ball game like this and have to sit back and wait for that first.
Sliders, Tony, what will happen if he is, in effect, going to be bothered by the lack of activity, and that is that those sliders were up and they were flat. He wasn't getting the bite down and away from Joe Morgan, and I think he was on Candelaria.
Here's Concepcion, hitting .281, 16 home runs. Low, ball 1. Concepcion, 31 years old, 6'1", 180. Lives in Maracay, Venezuela. Boy, he's developed from a skinny youngster, shy, to just a tremendous ball player.
They didn't think he'd hit when he first came up.
I was hoping he wouldn't hit.
That's a foul ball out of play. 2 balls and 1 strike. Joe Garagiola with Tony Kubek and Don Sutton here at Riverfront. The first game of the championship series. And tomorrow night, the American League starts. Bouncing ball, Foley has it. 3 up, 3 down for Cincinnati. Signs all over the place. Pennant fever is here in Cincinnati.
Remember Kuzman, Buzz Capra, a lot of the Met pitchers who pitch back then. Nolan Ryan is cut out of that mold where they really get down low and drive toward the hitter.
Gary Gentry was another one. In the hole, Concepcion will try for the force. No, he goes all the way. Bounces the ball. How about that? It's a practice play, Tony.
That is not a surprise play to anybody that has seen Concepcion play shortstop. He devised that a couple of years ago. He works on it. An artificial surface, you get a true hop, the ball skips. It's a design play, and it's a thing of beauty.
It was a beautiful play. That ends the inning. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It is Pittsburgh 2, Cincinnati nothing. It'll be Concepcion who made that great play. Foster and Johnny Bench.
You want to see David Concepcion from a little different angle, right from behind him? Well, here it is. You got to remember, Ott's on first base. There are a couple of out. If Candelaria does beat this out, what a beautiful play. It's first and second, and Marino up. So you can see what kind of hot water Seaver might have been in. And there's the man who made the play, Concepcion. And I've said this before, but somehow, Venezuela, from Carrascal through Aparicio and now Concepcion, that's a natural resource for him. Oil and shortstops.
That play he made on grass, Don, we were talking about it, would not have been made. So he takes
2 things going against him. The ball would have been a little slower coming off the bat, and secondly, he could not have skipped it over there. And how many times does a guy who makes the great play lead off the inning?
Isn't that the truth? And it is Dave Concepcion. He bounced out his first time up, and it's ball 1. 2-0. The Pittsburgh Pirates lead Cincinnati in this first game of the championship series. We'll be back here tomorrow, airtime 3 o'clock Eastern time. And tomorrow night, California at Baltimore. Nolan Ryan against Jim Palmer. 2 balls and no strikes.
We talked about Concepcion having a little trouble with that thumb on his right finger. He had surgery on it, I guess a couple of years ago for a ligament damage. And you will see at times his right hand fly off the bat. He can't hold the bat and control it.
Base hit. Concepcion is on, and it brings up George Foster, and he can hit him on any ballpark.
We've talked a lot about the Pittsburgh Pirates' speed, but we shouldn't overlook the fact that Cincinnati can steal some bases too. And this guy on first right here probably doesn't have the numbers of a Marino, but he is as good a base runner as there is in the National League.
Concepcion could steal 50 bases a year, I believe, except he's batting 3rd this year, and you're not going to take the bat out of the hands of this guy or Johnny Bench, Foster or Bench.
There he goes. Oh, this game's tied. Whoa.
strength of George Foster is awesome. Everybody knows it, and here he proves it once again. It's probably 395 to 400 feet to the wall where he hit it. Another, 30 or 40 feet back is the wall, and it goes up, and it's one strike on Moreno. Knight in tight at third. Concepcion's going to have to hurry. He got it. What a play.
Great play.
Good play by Dave. He's gone right, taking a base hit away from Candelaria. Now he goes left. He takes a base hit away from Moreno. What range?
I think the big thing about this play, Tony, is that he comes up with it and is able to get as much on the throw as he did because he was actually running away from that bag towards right field.
There was no doubt in Tom Seaver's mind that when that ball got by him, it was a base hit all the way because he kicked his right foot out and tried to stop it with his leg. Somehow Davey made it. Now it's Foley. Knocked down by Knight, but Foley will be on. So with one out, Tim Foley with a single off the glove of Ray Knight. It'll bring up Dave Parker.
You know, if we happen to get another look at that, Ray Knight is the kind of guy, like a guy we have on our club, Mickey Hatcher, who goes after everything that he can, tries to catch everything, and I think there, David Concepción had a better shot at that than he did. But he makes a third baseman like that makes a shortstop job so much that you're right. They give him the big hole on the right side. I think that was more or less a courtesy throw. I really don't think they expect Foley to be going now.
Pirates had the fewest walks of any team in the National League this year. Hit hard, could be two. A nice play by Davey. Here comes the throw from Morgan, and he's out at first base. Morgan really had to do a little ballet to get out of the way of Tim Foley. A hard slide, but Concepción with his third good play.
A classic double play. Off balance, but he still gives him a good throw to handle, and look at that pivot.
We'll go to the last of the fifth here in Cincinnati. There's your score. It's all tied up at 2. Seaver has settled down. Candelaria. Seaver will face Willie Stargell leading off the sixth. There's a section of Pittsburgh Pirate wives.
And I think that
people in ownership have come in. Galbraith popped up in the infield. Very high behind third base. Concepción waves everyone off. 1 out.
some more of that David Concepción range. He's out there in left field.
You know, the criterion that Casey Stengel used to use for judging a shortstop was not how well he threw from the hole, but how far he ranged into foul territory down the left field line to catch pop-ups. He always used Rizzuto for that. He said Phil Rizzuto went down near the foul pole. He may have exaggerated a little, but that showed the range of a shortstop. Concepción showed it many times so far today.
Turn and question it with Al Barlick, and he says, young man, you have a great future. You want to spend it here?
2-2 pitch, off the handle, ground ball to Concepción. Long throw, in time. Foley is out, he hustled, but it was not enough. 2 up and 2 down.
Al Concepción's made some tough plays. This is one of those where you go to your right a couple steps, plant the foot. Another good trademark of a shortstop is to make the routine plays. I mean, there's some guys who'll make the sensational play and botch up and put a pitcher in a hole by missing that easy one right at him.
Don't you think early in his career he had that reputation?
Nonchalant. I think he did.
3 down for Cincinnati at the end of 9 complete innings. It's Pittsburgh 2, Cincinnati 2. Ott, Garner, and a pitcher due up. Okay, Ed Ott leads it off. He has 1 base hit. That was in the 4th. Looked like it hit his foot. I guess not. Concepción, a tough play. He gets it.
What is that, 3 or 4 good plays he's made tonight? 4. 1 to his right, 1 to his left. Started an exceptional double play, going to his right, and now he charges one. Find a weakness in all that, will you? He already went to the foul line in left field to catch a pop-up.
And that ball was snaking too, Tony. It was not what you'd call a true hop, and he took the short hop when he finally did get to it.
And threw the ball totally off balance, made a perfect throw.
He walked in the 3rd, popped to the shortstop in the 6th, and hit back to the pitcher in the 9th.
John Greason's up, looking for a possible butt. He might butt, but he'll get killed down there if he comes in that close.
Way back, deep to right center field. This ball may be out of here. It is home run for Stargell. Stargell and his crowd is stunned, and they're leaving his ballpark like it's on fire. They are rushing to the exits with that 3-run shot. And there are the Pirate fans, the Pirate wives, with their yellow babushkas. And look at the Pirate bench.
You summed it up earlier when you said Willie Stargell is the gel that holds this. He's the glue that holds the Pirates together. Here's the replay of the home run. Fastball, belt high, right down the middle. I have a feeling that that's not exactly where Tom Hume wanted it. He got all of it too, didn't he?
Well, they've talked about Willie Stargell's bat speed being faster this year than it might.
Concepción. He was on when Foster hit the home run. Only 2 Cincinnati runs in this game so far. There's the strike.
In the course of the year, you'll hear a lot of players with a long season say you can't win without a bench and a bullpen.
Concepción keeps it going. So Dave Concepción is on at first base, and George Foster, who hit that home run in the 4th inning, is the batter. 5-2, Pittsburgh out in front, bottom of the 11th inning.